Coming up next on Arizona Horizon, a new report ranks the Phoenix area among the most polluted regions in the nation. Also tonight, an update on the Valley's industrial real estate market, and we'll learn about efforts to promote the healing power of harp music. Those stories next on Arizona Horizon.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Eight, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Arizona Horizon. I'm Ted Simons. The Fiesta Bowl has a new executive director. He is Mike Neely, the former president and chief operating officer of the Phoenix Coyotes. Neely replaces Robert Shelton, who was asked to step down by the Fiesta Bowl board in January. Neely signed a 3-year contract with the Fiesta Bowl worth $455,000 annually, which is less than what Shelton earned in that position. A new report by the American Lung Association shows that the Phoenix area is among the most polluted regions in the nation. For more on the report, we welcome Christian Stumpf, Regional Director of Government Relations for the American Lung Association of the Southwest. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about what this report actually looked at and what kind of data was used. What's going on here?
Well, I like to tell people at the start that this report takes hard to interpret data and puts it into language that everyday people can interpret. So we look at ozone, we look at 2 types of particle pollution, the annual particle pollution, which shows you an average over the year of that pollution in the air, and then short-term particle pollution, which shows spikes.
Indeed. Now, this was from what, 2010 to 2012, a couple of 3 years in there?
Correct. So we use EPA certified data, and there's a delay in that data getting certified. So this year was 10, 11, 12. Next year will be 11, 12, 13, and then the year following.
The impact, I know we've had some really bad summers here. The impact of those hotter than average summers on a study, I want to get to the particulars in the study in a second, so to speak, but the impact of these hotter than average summers, that's got to make a difference.
It does, and that's where bad ozone comes from, is the heat and the sunlight. So as we can see, between 10, 11, 12, and then 13, continuing on, it's been hotter than normal. I think last year was a record for heat in the valley. So
let's start with year-round particle pollution, because Phoenix was ranked 8th in that, and we were ranked 18th last year. What happened?
So it could be a number of things. As the economy's improved, construction has picked up, and the back and forth digging and such, lots of dirt moving. That could be a portion of it. Dust storms, that's another particular thing that's become more prevalent and in greater intensity. So a couple things that we're looking at right there.
And then for short-term particle pollution, it looked like we were ranked 15th, which, all things considered, isn't quite so bad. Why the difference? What's going on there?
Again, it's dust storms, particularly, and vehicle emissions and construction again.
So again, the difference between those short-term pollution and year-round, what do we take from those differences?
We really want, for the long term, we really want to look in solving the annual pollution. There's a lot of things that can be done over a period of time, which is educating the developers, construction sites, letting people know how they can cut back on pollution on a daily basis.
Now, and then we get to ozone, where Phoenix was ranked 11th in high ozone days, more or less than recent years. Is it about the same, or?
It's a little bit more.
Is it?
And that's because of, again, temperatures getting hotter at an earlier period of time too. That extends the summer a little bit more and gives us more days.
And the ozone is when these ozone levels that are up high because of the heat, they get lower and we start experiencing them? Is that what we're talking about with ozone levels?
Yeah, and vehicle emissions, industry, the pollution that each of those release mixed with the temperature and the sun is what causes the ozone. So, and then when you get lower clouds, things get trapped and.
Well, then we're just like a cauldron for this in the summertime. You got your dust storms with the particles and the pollution and such. You've got the ozone coming down because of the heat. I'm surprised there's anyone doing worse than us.
Right. Well, we do have a special kind of geography around Phoenix too that kind of keeps everything in the valley. So we've got a little bit more work to do to improve.
With that in mind, I know some critics of these reports will say that it doesn't separate natural and man-triggered events. Talk to us about that. Is that valid concern there?
It is, and it's what's called exceptional events, and the EPA takes those into consideration when they are looking at federal dollars and how the federal dollars will be if you're in non-attainment, your federal dollars for transportation are in jeopardy. What we're saying is that exceptional events on those days that are considered exceptional by EPA, your lungs don't stop working.
Yes.
You're still breathing that
Yes.
that dirty air in. So,
Well, with that in mind, the health impact now, I imagine asthma and cardiovascular disease, obviously concerns there. Talk to us about the health impact of these numbers.
absolutely, ozone is akin to having a sunburn on your lungs. You can experience, coughing, wheezing. It exacerbates asthma, people that suffer from COPD. The particle pollutions can cause, like you said, cardiac issues, pulmonary issues, and especially with those who are already suffering from COPD.
Now, it's because this report was from 2010 to 2012, we're not going to necessarily see last year. I know Maricopa County did reasonably well last year with ozone days. So does that mean the next report that comes out, we could look a little better?
Possibly. I haven't seen the numbers yet, but
Yeah.
but again, we do know that last summer was the hottest summer on record.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it could be.
Well, compare the Phoenix area maybe to other parts of Arizona. Are there parts of Arizona where these kinds of numbers don't look too bad at all?
There are. I mean, in northern Arizona, Flagstaff was on one of the cleanest cities lists. Pima County has consistently been on some of the cleanest cities lists.
Pima County gets heat and dust too. What's going on there? What are they doing right down there?
They don't have the geography that we have though.
So it does make a difference if you're in northern Arizona, if you're away from the desert, away from the extreme heat. That really does make a difference.
It does,
And the wind
absolutely.
blowing up there probably helps a little bit as well. Tomorrow we have an advisory, don't we, because of the wind.
Right.
That's a factor in the spring and summer as well.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
As far as climate change and the future of these kinds of studies, what are you anticipating? What does the Lung Association, what are they worried about? Because climate change, regardless of whether you want to believe it's happening or not, or how it's happening, it's happening.
Right. Well, we've been working hard with the EPA on the Tier 3 cleaner cars and gasoline standard, which rules were put out just recently. And then we're going to work hard on a stronger carbon pollution standard with the EPA and the Obama administration.
I was going to say, are there ways in terms of public policy to address these pollution concerns?
There are, and that's what we're working toward with the EPA currently.
So what do we take? The last question, we've got about a minute left here. What do we take from this report?
Well, we want people to know and read this report in their own language, but we don't want it to be a report card on effort, because the state Department of Environmental Quality has done some great things. We're now in attainment for PM10 and dust pollution. And Maricopa County has done some great things as well. They've won awards from the EPA for their rapid response program, which gets to pollution fast when they see the monitors start to rise. So there's some great things that are being done. Compared to where we were 15 years ago when we first released this report, we've made huge strides in cleaning up the air. So it's
All right.
on the up and up.
All right, well, very good. It's good to have you here, good information. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Reports are mixed, but most studies seem to show that the local economy is on the upswing. And tonight we check on the industrial real estate market in Phoenix and see how the world of warehouses and manufacturing plants is shaping up. Here now to talk about his company's new report on the Valley's industrial real estate market is Anthony Lydon of Jones Lang LaSalle, a financial services firm. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Ted. Great to be here.
This is the kind of stuff people think they all know about real estate, but that's usually homes and such. This is industrial real estate. What is the state of the Valley's market?
So the state of the Valley's market right now is somewhat of a mixed bag. The parts of the Valley are starting a recovery, but clearly we've been challenged for the last several years as it relates to the sequestration cuts, the lack of new housing. Housing's a direct link to GDP for our area, and other issues of that nature. We've had a robust amount of corporate design build projects throughout the Valley over the last 4 or 5 years, so we're turning the corner.
So before we get too much further on this, define industrial market.
Sure. So Phoenix has about 350 million square feet of industrial space. Our industrial market really came about as a defensive strategy by our country in World War II, where they wanted to move some of the manufacturing plants inland and away from the coastline. And so it's been rather remarkable, the amount of industrial real estate that over the last 70 years, it's roughly a 5 million square foot annual creation of space. We're basically the same size as many Midwest and East Coast markets that are 150 to 200 years old, and we're 6 or 7 years old.
And it sounds to me, again, judging from your report, you explain this much better here, but it sounds like the warehouse and distribution space, that aspect, that rubric, if you will, doing the best?
Actually not. No,
not doing the best.
That's challenged right now. The large warehouse, the big box warehouse has been on the demand side, and that's for a few of the reasons we mentioned. Where we're seeing increased activity, again, are scalable, specialized facilities that corporations chose Arizona for versus any other state in the country.
So when we see the Apple plant, and there's the stories behind the Apple plant, is that expected to boost numbers?
Absolutely. Apple's a big deal. It's the only United States manufacturing plant they have. That's going to generate ancillary companies into the Valley that's going to create more jobs.
Okay, so if warehouse and distribution space is not doing all that well, does that mean manufacturing might be doing a little bit better?
It's starting to come around a little bit, but again, based on sequestration cuts, the housing, corporate America, for better or for worse, has a lack of confidence right now from a regulatory standpoint with respect to the government decisions and so forth. So those sorts of things are putting a damper on it, but I would say that compared to other markets in the country, Phoenix is very, very well positioned.
As far as vacancy rates, what are you seeing for these sectors?
Overall vacancy right now is just shy of 12%. The national vacancy rate is 8%, so we're 50% higher than the national. Now, don't fret, because when Phoenix comes back, we come back fairly strong. We average a little less than 4 million square feet of annual absorption, and we missed that mark slightly last year. But again, we're averaging 2 to 2.5 million square feet of new corporate employer design builds.
And I would imagine once they get someone into that Intel plant out there, because that thing is vacant, is it not? Does that affect the rates?
Not directly.
Not directly?
Not
Okay.
directly. That affects jobs. And I think, Intel, I'm not going to speak for Intel, but they have some of the smartest people on the planet that work for their company.
Right.
They have a new neighbor in town by the name of Apple, so I'm sure there'll be some collaboration.
Sure.
And they will figure out what to do with that facility.
But I guess my point is, once that facility, they figure out what to do with it, vacancy rates should improve.
Correct. Yeah,
Yes.
that is a sizable vacancy.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
When,
It's
you have 1 million feet vacant, you're right. That does have an impact.
Are we seeing more smaller projects? I know you said scalable. Is that what you're saying? More smaller projects and larger?
Sure. When I use the word scalable, I'm referring to the larger employees. So I'm referring to, employees that are 100,000 feet or larger.
Right.
On the smaller to mid-sized general industrial marketplace, which is really our backbone of our economy, it's not on the front page, but very important. We are seeing improvement in the Southeast Valley, in Deer Valley, and the Sky Harbor submarkets. They're all seeing an increase in activity. We're also starting to see early signs of increased demand in corporate occupiers in the West Valley.
As far as the sizes of these markets and sizes of these spaces, I should say, are we different than other markets?
No, I mean, every market's going to cater to their larger users. I will say, though, that Phoenix now is has relatively large facilities that many other markets in the country would die for. So on a larger size, we truly have some scalable 800,000 square foot regional food user building right now. Marshall's just completed a 1.6 million square foot distribution center. So these are larger buildings that tier one cities like Los Angeles, Dallas, Chicago have. But it's unusual to find buildings of that size in our market.
You mentioned Southwest Valley, Deer Valley. Where are most of the new development going? And is there anything happening as far as infill? Or is this the kind of market where infill is not necessarily strong?
Our market's matured, and there are infill opportunities, specifically in the Sky Harbor and Central Phoenix marketplace. Very difficult to source them. In order to get appropriate zoning, you may have an environmental challenge on the property. But that's very desirable if you can find that needle in the haystack.
Pricing trends, demand trends, the whole 9 yards here. Where are we going? Are we going this way, or are we static?
No, we're in a very good position. Geographically, Phoenix sits within the triangle of California, the world's eighth largest economy, Mexico, which is soon to become the world's #1 manufacturer, and the 13th largest economy of the world, and Texas, which is the 12th largest economy. So within that trade area, we're the 4th largest trade partner with Mexico. We're well positioned. We need to be as competitive as we can be because the corporate employers are typically having states compete against one another for their business.
I was going to ask about that. What are these corporate employers looking for when they look at an industrial real estate market?
Right, so they're looking at the total cost of operation, and that includes things like real estate taxes. Our taxes tend to be higher than many other markets in the country. That's an area where we can improve. They're also looking for a deep qualified workforce. We need to continue to invest in the high technology industrial education system through our universities, as well as the low tech manufacturing technology entities like our community colleges and other schools in the area.
I know that at the state legislature there's much effort the past few years especially to try and entice from California and from elsewhere businesses to come to Arizona. Are we seeing that happen, or is that a promise as yet waiting to see fulfilled?
No, it's actually happening. We work closely with the Arizona Commerce Authority and the GPEC, Greater Phoenix Economic Council, as well as the local economic development teams. And right now we're tracking probably 24 larger corporate requirements on the industrial side, and probably a third to 25% of those are California companies that may not be closing their California operation, but as it relates to any expansion that's going to happen outside of California, we want that business.
So last question, the state of the Valley's industrial real estate market, if you could give us an overview, what would you say?
The state right now is a mixed bag. We think that we're probably 18 to 24 months away from a stabilized residential marketplace, which is going to bootstrap all of the markets and different product types. And we remain a very attractive location for many industrial corporate employers.
Sounds like optimism.
Very much so.
All
It's
right.
a great place to be.
Tony, good to have you here. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ted.
Beside State Route 90, about 12 miles from Mexico, is a monument to Fort Huachuca. Today a high-tech training facility, but also a key outpost in Arizona history. Founded in 1877 as a temporary camp, Camp Huachuca protected miners, ranchers, and travelers against Apache attack. After Geronimo's surrender in 1886, the fort protected the border, and in 1915 supported General Blackjack Pershing's expedition against Pancho Villa. A statue at the fort celebrates black soldiers who served here first in 1892, then continuously since 1913, when the 10th Cavalry, nicknamed by Indians the Buffalo Soldiers, were sent here. In 1942, the 1st All-Black Division was stationed here. Fort Huachuca has a long and distinguished record of support for the people of Arizona.
Tonight's edition of Giving and Leading looks at the power of music. Producer Christina Estes and photographer Juan Magana show us how the Harp Foundation is helping hospital patients in Phoenix.
There's just something about harp music that's ethereal, and I think people instantly relate to it.
Even the tiny patients inside St. Joseph's Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
The sound is air being pushed through her nose. It's just a reminder that she needs to breathe.
It may look like Jocelyn Obermeyer is just playing music for baby Mary,
She likes this one right here.
but she's also tuning in medically.
And I tailor the music to what I hear coming out of them. And the first thing I listen for is, can I hear their pitch? It's very subtle, and that's part of the training, is how to hear the sounds that are coming out of people.
Jocelyn first learned of the harp's power 6 years ago. That's when she was a school principal, faced with a parent volunteer who was losing her fight against cancer.
She just went on and on and on about how relaxing it was, how it calmed her down, how she was able to breathe better, and how it healed her inner soul, knowing she was going to pass. But hearing this beautiful music as she was on that transition, and it kept knocking at my heart to do. I'm a musician, so I play other instruments, but it just kept knocking, play the harp, play the harp. And so I would get harp music and listen to it and felt so called to that work that I learned to play the harp, stopped being a principal, and literally jumped right into it.
Today, Jocelyn is among 10 musicians with the Harp Foundation. They play in lobbies and rooms across 5 Valley hospitals.
What we found through evidence-based research is that if we bring therapeutic harp music into a situation where there's a lot of pain, it just immediately relaxes the situation, and patients can heal faster. Their medications work faster and better, and they're able to leave the hospital earlier.
Patients aren't the only ones touched by the strings.
The demands of watching patients, the demands of all the technology, you see alarms and beeps and everything going on. So what we found is using the harp music actually for just a few minutes to staff members actually calm them down and relax them as if they had taken a 30-minute break. I've been a nurse here for 10 years.
Patty Peterson has witnessed the transformation on staff, patients, and her own family. As her daughter struggled during childbirth, something caught Patty's ear.
I go to the door, and right outside her room, there's a woman sitting there playing the harp. And I got very emotional because my mother played the harp. And so I thanked her and I said, I really appreciate this. It means a lot for us to do this. So I went back inside and I said to my daughter, Eden, Grandma's here and she can't stay very long. So I want you, I get emotional when I talk about it, I want you to get that baby out right now. So within a few minutes, she delivered a beautiful, healthy baby girl, my first grandchild.
The more that she rests and is comfortable, the more energy she'll store up. So it gives her that amount to be able to eat and to interact.
Julianne Kernigas knows the melodies help her newborn.
She had her eyes open and then closed, and then she was moving her mouth. So I can tell that she had heard her playing, and then when she stopped, she opened her eyes and noticed that she had stopped. So I think that she really enjoyed that.
So does Mom.
It helps calm you and to, put things into perspective and to realize that, this is what we're here for.
For more information on the Harp Foundation, how you can get involved or learn where the harpists play, visit the website harpfoundation.org. Tomorrow on Arizona Horizon, we'll learn about the variety of ways the Valley's summer heat can be deadly. And we'll talk to participants from Arizona's latest town hall, which focused on solutions for those living paycheck to paycheck. That's Tuesday evening at 5:30 and 10 right here on Arizona Horizon. That is it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great evening.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of 8, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.
Virginia G. Piper Charitable Trust, committed to changing lives and strengthening community through investments in nonprofits and strategic initiatives. More information at pipertrust.org.